Now, when I saw the trailer for Fast 9 and how they were going to set a portion of the movie in space, the first thing that came to mind was the skit from the Chappelle Show that perfectly sums up the movie.
Write this down. M-A-R-S, Mars, bitches. That's where we are going.
Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well, and welcome to my latest movie review, in which I'll be discussing my thoughts on Fast and Furious, wait for it, 9. That's right folks, the 9th entry in this long-standing franchise. The vast majority of you by now know what the Fast Saga is all about, so I'm going to skip the usual intro and get straight into why I hate Fast and Furious 9. The Fast movies have never been one to focus their efforts on plot development. Even when there is an attempt to develop some level of story into these movies, there seems to be a need to introduce a set piece for fear that audiences will clock out during these moments. The best example in this entry is how they introduce a backstory between Dom Toretto and his brother Jakob. The backstory serves no purpose within the wider plot, and is only forced into the movie to provide some emotional connection between the brothers. What's worse still is that Vin Diesel and John Cena hardly share any time on screen. This means that I was not able to experience the history and dynamic of the Toretto family. Though the main cast reprise their roles with relative ease, there's a sense that these actors are phoning in their performances for the paycheck. The filmmakers look to have made a conscious choice to rely on the love that fans have for these characters at the expense of character development. While that works for, say, an Avengers movie, as each hero has their own franchise, the Fast Saga doesn't have that luxury. It ultimately means that I have no real reason to care for these individuals. What doesn't help either is the lack of conflict in the Fast Saga. From the first entry all the way through to the latest one, I can't recall a major character being killed off. This entry is no exception either. This is shown in Tyrese's character, Roman, where he constantly tells the team that they're invincible because of how they've come out alive in all of their missions. And that's the worrying yet laughable aspect of Fast 9, is how it borders as a parody of the franchise. While the action is competently helmed by mainstay director of the series, Justin Lin, where Fast 9 really struggles is in the downtime in between these set pieces. All Dom's team do in the story is travel between locations, trying to stop Jakob. There's never any urgency or danger for these characters, as they don't fear the situations they're faced with. The movie runs at just under 2.5 hours, and my word, could this entry have done with a tighter edit. Even the opening set piece, which I'm sure all of you have seen in the trailers, drags on for about 10 minutes longer than it should have. Going back to the lack of conflict that I mentioned earlier, there's a hilarious moment during the opening set piece when the militia are aiming their guns directly at Roman, only to miss him with every bullet that they fire. What tops the scene though in stupidity is when Dom and Letty are in their car as they ride off the edge of a cliff before a metal wire attaches itself onto the car as they swing and land onto the nearest cliffside. At this point, Dom Toretto may as well be called Superman, as this guy is immune to every life-threatening situation. Now I know everyone that's seen Fast 9 hates the space scene involving Tej and Roman, but you know what, given the absurdity of the last Fast movie, where a submarine is chasing Dom's team while they're driving at ridiculous speeds on ice, it didn't come as much of a surprise that they decided to go into space. At the same time though, if you told me at the beginning of this franchise that the team would go into space to stop a world-threatening device, then I probably would have taken it as nothing more than a stupid joke. In short, Fast 9 is hands down the worst entry in the franchise to date, with a lazy attempt to humanise Dom through an elaborate backstory with his brother Jakob, which ultimately goes nowhere. Dom and his team at this point are essentially the Avengers, as they're once again impervious to any damage from their villainous counterparts. The direction and action, while competently shot by Justin Lin, is hampered by the boring downtime that we spend with the team as they travel across the globe. Overall, I'm going to give Fast and Furious 9 a 1 out of 10, as the score of 1 is me just acknowledging that this movie exists. So it's now that time where I hand it over to you, as I want to find out your thoughts on Fast 9, and whether you actually enjoyed this movie, which will definitely be interesting to hear, or whether you sit with the majority of fans and critics in the I hate this pile of crap, as I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, if you're a big fan of movies like myself, then be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, along with the notification bell to keep up to date with my latest videos. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.